Did you know you can get water out of thin air? Yes, you can. You know, one of the hardest things and one of the most worrisome things about every single national or local disaster is getting potable water source, safe water for drinking. So you guys, we bought something. Yes, Harry and I did. We are crazy kids. We're city preppers. Plus, when we go out in our RV, out in the desert, out into the wilderness, we're gonna have this with us. So come on, you guys. We're gonna share. We're gonna open this up and do a review on the Solaris Water Gen. So this is our Solaris Water Gen. And did you know benefits of atmospheric water generator? You get contaminant free. Say goodbye to the risk of water contamination from old pipes or pollutants, unlike tap water, and create pure drinking water from the air. Now, yes, it's super arid here in the desert, and that's why this is the perfect place to see how much water you can pull from very arid, dry air, because I know everywhere else has, you know, except for the deserts, probably Nevada, Utah. So we bought this because one of the fears is, with all the craziness out there in the world and all the natural disasters there are, potable drinking water, safe source, is the most important thing you can have, even more than food. We know in the ketogenic community that you can fast and you can go without food for several days, but you can't go without water. There's a guy who lived on water only for a year. It was it was a test, but still, you need to have clean, pure drinking water. So we thought, what better thing to have when we're out and about and we're out in this wilderness and we're out camping in our Vita out in the desert is two sources. One, the water we bring with us, and something that pulls water out of thin air. And that's what we did. So I'm gonna let Harry open this. I'm gonna let him do the review. I may ask, why don't we put this on a tripod, Harry?
Yeah, I am.
So we can both talk about this, because we have not opened this. So have you guys heard of an atmospheric water generator? Do you have one? Do you know someone who does, and how does it work for them? Please leave us a comment down in the description below. We are not affiliated with this company in any way, shape, or form. We have never done this before. We have never used it before. We're going to put it up. We're going to set it up right here in our house and see what kind of water we get. How long does it take for us to get drinking water? So I'm very excited about this, you guys. I thought it would be fun to do too. So anyway, we're gonna get set up and we'll be right back to do an unboxing and a review. We're crazy.
So here it is. This is it. Now, these come in different ranges and sizes, depending on what you want, right? This one's it's kind of expensive.
It's expensive. This is not cheap. It's not a toy.
And yes, yeah, this is definitely not a toy. This could actually save your life.
Yes, and that's what we have lived on acreage with a septic and a well, and both had, the septic and the well had a motor.
Right.
And when you lose power,
yeah, you get no water.
You get no water. And your septic doesn't work. So you can't flush the toilet, and you get no water. So even in Washington State where we lived, this would have been something great to have.
Right. Plus, it's a lot more moist there, so.
And when we were living in Washington State,
can you?
Somebody tampered with the local water well, remember?
Yeah.
In Ording, and they closed it down. The whole, it was contaminated, and we had to go wait in line for the fire department to issue water every day to everybody, you know, and I'm sure those who have hurricane weather, tornado weather, all those things, something like that would, something like this might work for you. If you live out where you have all this, it's upside down.
Yeah, I know, but let's open it. We might have to turn it over and open it up. You know, flip it over again.
The model number on this one, while he's opening it, is A10. It's 16 kg, and the, I can't read upside down, sorry you guys. I thought I would be able to. We'll get the instructions, it'll be easier.
All right, now we'll turn it back over and bring it out.
So this is an atmospheric water generator where it pulls water right out of the atmosphere. Out of the air we are breathing. Well, they packed it really well.
Oh, yeah, it'll be better for the price.
Wait a minute. Wow. More. There's more.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to, here's this. Put that over there. We don't know what's all involved in this thing, so we're just going with it.
So I'm going to read the welcome letter while Harry's taking this apart and getting it ready. It says, thank you for choosing Solaris Water Gen Atmospheric Water Generator. So it's a Solaris Water Gen Atmospheric Water Generator. We are grateful for your purchase and trust in our product. Upon receiving your machine, please allow it to stand in an upright position for approximately 4 hours before operation. This helps to ensure optimal functionality. We've had it on the floor, standing upright for several days. So this is the machine. Here, kind of give them a preview all around.
Okay, so
and it says
these are the your cartridges.
Wait, I don't think they can see. Turn it all the way around. I'm going to let you take over, and are you going to go?
No, go ahead and read that while you're. In fact, I want you to, if you can find the part that shows the.
Well, this says, let me finish this before you give them a tour.
All right.
When your machine begins producing water, we recommend discarding the first batch to cleanse the pipes and filters. To do so, simply remove the water container located at the back of the machine by pulling it out.
I have to learn how to do that.
Emptying it and reinstalling it. Periodically cleaning the water container is advised, especially if you notice any buildup at the bottom. Please note that in areas with low humidity, which is where we live, this machine may take longer to produce water, which is entirely normal. For replacement filters or any other assistance, you can conveniently purchase them at www.solariswatergen.com. We should reach out to them, and before you guys run out and do anything, let us test this, because this was an expensive unit.
Oh yeah, these are not cheap.
No. We paid
almost $2,000.
Yeah.
$2,000 for this particular machine.
Yeah, with tax and license out the door. We got the biggest one. So it's something that would be fabulous if it works, if it does what it says it does. We want to test it. We do. And I'm going to reach out to them on this. And
if you guys decide after watching this that you think you want one of these, let us know, because Wendy's going to try to get a discount.
I'm
hoping that we can get a discount. And they make smaller units too, don't they?
Right. I don't know. So let me, I can't read this and talk about that. So,
go ahead.
So benefit, exceptional water quality. We talked about that. Atmospheric water generators extract water from the air, providing you with pure, crisp, and clean drinking water. The more humid you live, the more water you're going to get quicker. Right? It's cost effective, it's environmentally friendly, it's a convenience of having it, independence that you have it, because health benefits, staying hydrated. So we're very excited about having this, because we always buy bottled water when we go with our Vita, especially out in the desert here, and you never know when you're going to run out of water or need more water, and it's nice to have 2 or 3 sources of water.
Yeah, especially
when you're out and you're boondocking out in the middle of nowhere in the high desert or the low desert for us.
So it says here that
here, move please.
high-tech product and uses advanced technology to turn the moisture contained in the air into drinkable water with high standard, high quality, clean, safe, and healthy. This unit should be used for residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, medical, and marine use.
Yeah.
So they would like to, you know, these would be good to have in places of emergency so you could have water to drink.
And just so you know, it looks like Solaris Water Gen is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So,
here's something else. This unit can be used in 32-degree weather and with 35 to 90% humidity. So the higher the humidity, the more water you're going to get out of this, obviously.
We're going to see how much longer it takes to grab it from Arizona.
Yeah, from Arizona, and hopefully we'll find out tonight.
Now, here's a trick too. If we were in the desert and there was an unhealthy looking water hole and we were camped near it, we would get more moisture automatically.
Right.
And
if you're near water, any water.
If you're near a water source, it will pull that from the air. So that's nice to know too.
You could actually set this if you had to, if you had a pool. If you had a pool, or if you had like
jacuzzi or a fountain or anything with water in it.
It would be good to set this near, if you like live out here where we do, and you need the water quicker, you put it near something that's going to evaporate, and this will pick up the evaporation up.
In the desert, they have specially made areas for all the wildlife out here, cisterns, and the way they've made it so that there's little pockets of water throughout the desert. And if we knew where those were, we could camp there and just have this so that it could pull more moisture from the air. Of course, anytime there's a storm, there's going to be a lot more moisture in the air, even in Arizona, and that would be potential power outage from thunder, lightning, wind, you know, those kinds of things. So just wanted to share that.
I'm going to go over some of the product characteristics real
Okay.
quick. Manufactured from high quality food grade materials. That's really important, especially when you deal with water. Advanced ultraviolet sterilization system to kill bacteria and viruses. So even though you're going to pull water out of the air, you're still going to have stuff in it. So what they have is they have an ultraviolet system in here that will kill anything that's in the water that's bacterial.
Just like our UV lights that we bought, that we shared with everybody, that Harry and I are using on a regular basis now.
Microcomputer control technology for automatic operations. So you don't even have to think. You basically are just going to turn it on.
The only thing that's going to happen where this would not work is if you have an EMP and it blows the computer circuit gone. And that's with absolutely everything we have.
Can have that problem. And if that happens, that means somebody let off an atomic bomb up in the atmosphere, and that's what'll cause the EM.
An atomic bomb or just...
Atomic bomb. That's all it takes. One atomic bomb.
Lovely.
Over, I think it's like, I forget how far up, but it'll knock out everything, half the country wiped out. Or
more.
For electricity. So that means your computers, your TVs, your light systems, everything will be out for probably a year or two.
Well, let's get back to this.
But anyway, with this,
let's look at this because
there is a way to protect this stuff, and I'll go over that later.
So you've got an air filter reset. Remember, your air filter has to be clean because you're sucking the air in to grab the moisture out. Water filter reset. This is the dispenser area. The power button on off. And water making on off. You can make it or you can store it. And then it's got the little, and it's got a magnetic, like it's magnetic, right?
Yeah, it goes in the, we'll show it in a minute.
It's just, you know, like a regular water dispensary where it catches water if it drips. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with everybody. I would,
yeah.
And it looks nice. I think it's a clean, sleek looking piece of equipment.
It's easy to clean, so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so now, I know a lot of people are thinking about getting these, especially if you're a prepper. And, you know, you have to decide yourself, what is a prepper? I'm a prepper, you're a prepper, we're a prepper too. No, you know what? It's kind of a
we prepare.
I was in the Army, so we were always prepared.
We lived on a property where every year we had power outages all the time.
Stuff, so we were basically prepping then, and we've just carried it over, especially the way things are going right now. We figured, well, we might as well get some of this stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay, so see, if you look here, like Wendy says, there's a magnet in here. And see how it sticks? Watch. Sticks right to it. So this is where you would put your cup.
This is where I would put my
your thingy.
if I wanted that much water.
You can see all it is a little drain area.
Yeah.
For the water to drain into. And there's 2 magnets in there, it just sticks right to it. So it's easy to clean. I think we have, these are 2 of those. It's called a water pan. Basically a power cord. It's sort of like your standard computer type power cord. And with this unit, especially this one, you don't want it to get short. So if there is any damage to the cord at all, you should get another one that'll handle it. Instructions book, which we get here, air filter and the water filters. So if you look right here, you'll see it shows 3 water filters. And on the side here, what I was showing earlier, you have these are the 3 water filters right here. To clean up, because even though you're pulling it out of the air, you're probably pulling in a lot of pollution and other type stuff. So you want to make sure you really clean it. And that's the reason for they have a blue light system in here that'll kill all the bacterial in the water too. So it's a pretty safe unit.
Comes with a manual, a very nice manual. You also can YouTube and get online how-tos with this. What I really, really like about this is that you are getting clean. Our water, Harry said this morning when we were filling our Patriot Pure water system, he said, oh my gosh, it smells so chlorinated
I know,
right
I'm not
now.
used to the
Today
chlorination
it was
anymore.
so chlorinated,
Right?
the water, and it's because of the water treatment
City water.
that they do, city water.
Right.
So the nice thing about this one is you're getting pure, clean water.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, keep your filters clean, keep your air filter clean, and you'll have really nice water. Here you go. So instructions right here, and it comes in, I know, it has 2 separate instructions, which is nice.
Which is great, because if you lose one.
Yes, and it's got big enough writing that you can read it.
I always take things like this, especially on a piece of equipment like this, I put it in a plastic bag and I tape it to the bottom of the unit. So that way we'll always have one, and we use this one all the time to go over, but this way we have a backup.
And the instruction says that it comes with an air filter and 3 water filters, which have already been installed for you.
Yeah, which we just showed.
No, you didn't show the air filter.
Oh, the air filter.
The air filter, I think, is the other side.
Yeah.
Or the back.
It's right here.
Okay.
Everything is pretty easy to get to.
See how easy that is to get to, you guys? See how nice the air filter is, you guys?
And I think it's a washable air filter.
I have to read the instructions to see, but I'm going to order an extra air filter, and I'm going to order extra cartridges. And it's super easy for someone that has issues with their hands, like I do on occasion. It just snaps right in, you guys. It's so easy. Now, one thing you do want to do is keep your children away from the machine. It is not a toy. This is where you plug it in.
Children, grandchildren.
Yes, there's a lot of ventilation in here. And then, like Harry said, the
it pulls the air in.
Right, the filter is right here.
Down.
And they're easy to come in and out too.
Yeah, we'll have to find out how long they will last.
How much water you get per filtration system.
Yeah, how much you get, probably a whole heck of a lot.
And this is not hard to move around. Plus it sticks to the bottom. I don't know if you can see underneath there, the footing under there.
Go back a little further. Yeah, it's hard to see, but there's rubber feet.
Yeah, there's rubber feet. It does stay nice. It's not gonna slide, right? And like he said, this has it's magnetized and it fits right there. So that's nice. You can put it somewhere and just wait until it gets you enough water. When it's full, you would stop the water making process.
Right.
And then you would have your clean water in, and when you need more, if you're like we would probably do it at halfway. When it gets halfway down, we'd have it make more water for us because it's going to take longer for us.
So it's going to fill up the reservoir inside.
Right.
Then you have the dispense. It says a little button here that says dispense. You'd hold your cup here on top of this and just push the button. Very, very simple. And that was one of the things that attracted me to this unit, was its ease of use and upkeep. You know, you pay a little bit more, but I don't mind, you know.
And it says a suggestion that they're saying that you can do the first time you get this. So I would get used to this machine. Even if you're just using it for emergencies, I would get it primed, I would get used to it, I would have it work so you know it works, so that when you have an emergency and you want to break this out, you can. Or if you're going to use this like in a cabin or on property that you have where you go camping, or a lot of people have, you know, a little patch in the woods where you take your camper or your trailer, or even just take your tents camping, this would be a great unit to have. If you have a storage shed, you could keep it in there and just read your manual in order to make sure you're storing it properly. Said during first time use or stop use for a long period of time, you must drain the first tank of water.
Right.
Of the purified water tank from the water outlet, then the next tank of water produced is all ready for drinking.
Right.
So if you know a hurricane is coming, you know a big storm is coming, and you have the time, the quickest way to do this and make sure it's working in an emergency, you know, you can take it down to your basement or the area where your safe room is to weather out the storm, and then you can use it. If you guys have ever worked any machine, a copy machine, a Xerox machine, a fax machine, when there's an error, they have an L1, L2, L3, and there's a manual. Well, this does the same thing. They have got the coding, and it shows you clearly where that's coming from, and it describes if it says K3, it's the water production button. If it says the water filtration indicator, if it says L1, that's what that is. So it's nice that they have mapped it out
really
for you. Put this in a Ziploc baggie so it doesn't get wet, right? So it doesn't get moldy or mildewed, and tape it underneath, or put it on the side, fold it in half, or put it somewhere. Don't cover the filtration air area, but put it to where it's safe so you have it and you're not going to lose it.
You want to keep it 30 centimeters away from a wall.
Okay.
Just for airflow, and it'll keep the noise down. It does make a little bit of noise. We don't know yet until we turn it on and we try it out, which will be very shortly.
They also have displays that will tell you what's going on. If you look through here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see
it's
those.
It's also in this book too.
Right.
It'll show you.
So you have to.
You can see this right here.
We would put something in a safe or somewhere where all of our stuff is, and then one where we're going to utilize it.
One I would tape to the bottom in a baggie, like what Wendy was talking about, which would probably be this one because it's smaller, like it's just, and this gets right to the point. This one gives you all the extra stuff.
They also show you the water level of the purified tank. There's a code that comes up. So there's pictures that display too, which is very, very nice.
Really well done.
Really well done.
That I've seen, and I studied a lot of these before I decided to buy one. When you're going to put out the money, you know, you can pick them up. There's small ones you can get for like $200 or $150 to mix a little glass at a time. And that's it. But they're not going to have all the stuff that this one has. I like this one because it had the purification system in it. It's got the blue light in it. It'll get rid of all the bacteria. It holds more, easy to dispense, not that hard to deal with.
This has step-by-step instructions with pictures on how to wash and clean the water tank, which is super nice.
So, you know, we probably should make a whole copy of that.
Step-by-step water filter. I was going to scan it to the computer and save it just so I could print it in case I lose it.
Right.
Put one in our Vita so we have it in there. You know, store things in several places. We've learned. Yes, we have. Where did we put that, right? They have false codes even, you guys. Common problems and solutions. So they've got, this manual is one of the best user-friendly instructions, large enough print.
Yes.
Not in a million languages, unfortunately. Ours is in English.
Those of us a little older can read it.
Yes, we can see it and read it without a magnifying glass. Anyway.
And you don't have to call your grandkid or anybody to come over and show you how to use it.
So
That's a plus for me.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it plugged in on our counter somewhere, away from the walls. And we're going to wait 4 more hours because we've been jostling it around and stuff. I want to let it settle, and then we're going to plug it in.
And we're going to
check it out, and we'll share as we go with it, you guys, because I'm excited about it.
Well, so am I, because it's been something Woody and I have, that was the one thing we didn't know what we were going to do. And that's when I started looking into this, because you can save a bunch of food, you can do all that kind of stuff, you can, you know, get solar panels for your house and all this kind of stuff, which we've done.
Water.
The problem is water, and you gotta have water, and that's why I've been looking into these so badly. If there's an outage of water in the area, we're covered. We
have a jacuzzi that has UV lighting in it, but when that water's gone, what do we do? And if we need water and it's not pulling quick enough, we would take half the lid off our jacuzzi, set this close to our jacuzzi so it can pull the water quicker. Plus there's a pool, we're surrounded by pools. We're the only one without a pool. We have a kidney-shaped grass where our pool used to be. But our neighbors we could barter with pool water. And there's a canal, but if the canal electricity, if they haven't pushed the water through, you're not getting it. And you know how many people would be throwing buckets into the canal to get water?
Right.
And it's not the best water.
Well, then that's what you put it through when that happens.
It's through the Patriot.
Through the Patriot.
Yep. You can put pool water through there.
I can't. I'm editing right now, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you can talk. Come on.
You talk.
Okay, so this is the Patriot system. You pour water in the top. This little one here holds about 1.5 gallons. Our bigger one holds 3 gallons. The Berkey holds 3 gallons. The secret to these things is the
ceramic.
Oh, I can't lift this one up. It's got full of water. But so what's in the Berkey? What's in the Berkey is a filter. Now, you can pour water into the top. You can take water out of a pond that's green, pour it into this. And these filters right here, these were supposedly designed by NASA. So they pull out a whole lot, like Giardia, all the different germs and all this kind of stuff.
And fluoride too, doesn't it?
And fluoride, of course, the chlorine that I smelled today, all that would be pulled out, and then it's drinkable water. So we have one of those for backup. We have one for our Vita also. I like to put at least 2 of these in there because then the water flows faster. This particular unit could take up to 3 at one time. It'll it'll do this. You'll get about 3,000 gallons a piece out of these, or was it 3,000 gallons? Or what was it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll look into that later to find out for sure. But you get more. You probably 2 of these would probably last her and I a year.
The thing is we are in Arizona, the desert.
Right.
And if something happens, our most important concern is water. We have food. We've always been food storage. And you guys have seen our shelf-stable stuff. And what good is dehydrated food? Shelf-stable, dehydrated, boxed, dry goods if you have no water or broth or anything that's moisture to cook it in or to reconstitute it in. And that was our main concern. So, we thought Why not?
Why not?
Let's do it. Let's see what it is, and let's go from there.
See how covered we can get. Now we can run this off of solar panels. We can run this off of the we have a propane generator. That's
a solar generator.
Yeah, we got all these generators. We got generators up the.
We have like four different types.
I'll be going over generators later if you guys want to know about solar generators, or basically they're a large battery, but I'll show you all this stuff. Some of you have talked to me about you having CPAP and the power goes out. How are you going to use a CPAP? I'm going to show you that. There's a lot, but not today. We're going to do that on a separate video. Right now I wanted to get through this so we can do this. So what we're going to do, we're going to plug this thing in. We'll come back when it starts making water and we'll see how it goes.
And we're going to do a timer to see how long it takes to produce water. Yes, here in Arizona, when it's in the 80s and very dry, we're going to see how that works. But this is great because we can take this in our Vita. It doesn't take up a lot of room.
Yeah, it's not all that heavy.
We can put it in the sink, even in the kitchen sink, to travel with, and then take it out and have it.
Right.
You know, so that's the main thing, is having water in the desert.
Wherever you go, you got to have water.
Yep, you do.
Okay.
You got to have water to live.
We'll be back in a bit. All right, before we go ahead and turn this on, I wanted to show you a few things. If you look on the back, this is the holding tank for the water. Just pull it out. This is where all as it's pulling water out of the atmosphere, it's going to put it in here, okay? And then you just push the button and it'll dispense it out through here. You don't have to worry about that. That's pretty much just how it works, right? But here's one of the neat things about this. I thought this was kind of really cool. Let's say we have a problem. The water's coming out not too good out of your tap. In fact, let's say the news has said, you know, don't drink water out of your tap because it's been, you know, something's wrong with it or whatever. Unless you filter it. Here's the nice thing about it. You can go ahead and put water in here and fill this up if you want to with tap water. Put it back in here. And just go ahead and dispense it. And when you dispense it, it's going to go through all the filtration. It's going to do the blue light. It's going to clean everything, kill all the bacteria that's in there. And you're going to get really nice water coming out the front of this. It's drinkable. You don't have to worry about it so much. That's one of the extras about this. I thought this was really cool. It is refrigerated, by the way. There is just like a small refrigerator in here that'll help keep it cool. Now, let's go ahead and plug this in. Yeah, you see it? There we go. We're going to plug it in. There we go. It's now plugged in. It's going to go through a self-check. Make sure everything's good before it turns on. But let's get up closer so I want to show you the screen itself. We hit on. And what comes up here, as you notice, it's all in Celsius, which is pretty easy to figure out. It also has a membrane on the top that you can peel off for shipping, and it makes a real nice, clean, shiny surface if you want that. Wendy went over these items. This is the water making area here. When it starts to flash, that means it's making water, pulling water out of the air. Or it's the refrigeration. Okay, it's pretty simple. That's really about the only thing you need to know. This here is how much water is in the tank. Right now it's empty. And so we'll watch this and see how it does over the next 10 or 12 hours. This is the dispenser button, right? And that's really about all there is to it. It's pretty simple little item, little machine to use. So you really shouldn't have too much problem. Like I said, this is my humidity. It's 34% here. 34% humidity. I'd like it to be a little higher, but that's what you get here. So that's pretty much about it. That's about all we can really go over right now until it's made its water, and it won't be for, I don't think we're going to really have anything for a while. So, you know, we'll just wait. It's going to take probably about 8 to 10 hours. It's the first time. So even after it makes it and fills it up all the way according to the minimum and maximum area, we have to dump that water out. We can't use it. So then we'll go ahead and start it up again. And the next one we can actually drink. So we won't know anything until tomorrow. I can't taste it to see how it tastes or anything until we've done at least 2 tankfuls. We don't know how long that'll take. Okay, so this has been on for a while now, and we're making water now. You can hear it. If you look here, come closer, I'll show you. So right now in the house is 25 degrees Celsius, as you see here, right? That's around 72. This is 13 degrees Celsius inside because there's a refrigeration unit inside also that is actually cooling the water. Okay, just finished. So now we can actually take some water out of it by dispensing. Now, remember, this being the first one it's working on, right? We can't drink this water, but we can look at it. It's gone through the whole system. It sat here and the UV light came on, which cleaned any kinds of, bugs or bad stuff, Giardia and all that kind of stuff out. Get it cleaned out, kill all the biological crud. It's also gone through the filtering system on the side to clean the water totally. But this being the first one, we can't get rid of it. And it's only half full. So let's put this here. We're going to push the dispenser button. Can you see the water coming out? You got to push it twice, remember to turn it off. So there it is. There's our water so far. All right, so we're just going to let it go the rest of the way. So that's really about all we got for now. So now all we can do is let it continue on, and it'll continue to pull water out of the air, whatever. And this is really cold, by the way. Well, it's a lot colder in here. It's 72 in here. And see, this is about, what, 12 Celsius is what, about 59, 58 degrees, something like that, 60, somewhere in there. But it's really cold because, well, like I said, it's 72. But that's really about it. So tomorrow, we're going to let it go through the entire cycle and then fill up another, a whole nother tank full of water, and then we'll taste it and see how it is. But we can't do that till tomorrow because even if I was going to try to do it on this tape, you'll have looking at about 20 hours. So there wouldn't be a tape going up tonight if I didn't do that. So we're going to go ahead and close it up. So remember to like, subscribe, ring the little bell, give us a thumbs up, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow. It's 10:30 right now, so the puppy's asleep. So we'll check up with her tomorrow and see what she thinks of the water. All right. See you later, folks.